Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right to the air is Mahomes.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Allen going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Allen off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Caught right side, Davis. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 3 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mahomes now on first down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on second and 10, Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a third and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying,
he's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. George Karlaftis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew that.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box. And there's nowhere to run the football.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen now looks to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time. Yellow! Yellow! Hey, 57, 57! They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there. Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now. Win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports. That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.